Hey guys, Kevin aka Cubes, just aka shout out to Bazaar here. Welcome to another tier list that I'm doing. Again with me is the Light K 12.
So people,
So after that ridiculous long list of Tekken characters, we go into the simpler one, which is the games for it.
yaha.
The ones that made it. So, yeah. So we're gonna do what we did with the characters. We're gonna based off of what we have on like which game goes on the list, and we'll like balance it out.
Yeah,
So
all these colors are kind of the same on the list.
yeah, we could fix that.
How about blue?
Oh, I blew on
Or
that one. Yeah.
yeah, there's any blues, whatever.
So this one,
Uh, uh, green maybe.
this green, I think maybe.
Yeah,
Oh wait, we already have that green though. For swap. Wait, maybe we'll change it. Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll change it there.
yeah.
Leave it there for now, and then we'll change this. So should we change this or no? It's yellow right now, I think.
Yeah, change it.
Yeah, change it. Okay. Oh,
Oops.
whoops. Yeah, I gotta go back. There we go. Which one?
Uh, orange maybe.
This orange or that orange? I can't tell.
I thought the other orange. Not that one.
The other one I just this one.
On the left, that one. Yeah,
Yeah, my eyesight is really bad lately.
this one. The bad for a bad we could have. Oh yeah.
Sorry. Whoops.
Purple. And
And then
maybe
we'll
the
make
number played. Huh?
maybe these two. Maybe that one.
Plus, uh,
Let's see how that looks.
yeah.
All right. Or maybe we'll use the other one.
Use it. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. So, let's begin. So here is Tekken 1, the one that started it all.
We'll go in order.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it already is in order pretty much. Yeah.
I say it's bad as fuck.
I mean, I guess I'd put it in bad because I do like some things about it, but you go ahead and put it in bad because I can understand
You
it.
sure? All right then. It's so jank, man. It's really absolute jank. It's almost unplayable, and the Heihachi fight is ridiculous. The only saving
That is
grace
true.
on that whole game is the endings. That's it. Don't care about anything
Well,
else.
well, that and the soundtrack. And I'm a sucker for
I'm not
like
crazy about the soundtrack in that game. I think two is better.
two is better. I agree, but like almost all the music from one is in two.
Mm-hmm. I know, but they added better stuff with it.
Mm-hmm. Uh, the other character models are whack,
Did
and
not age well.
gameplay is like really slow. You jump like you're on the moon, and it takes forever to get back up when you get nothing from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, objectively, this is the worst game probably in the series.
That it is. As far as I know that I played.
Also, it has like almost no content at all, just arcade mode
Yeah,
and no versus mode. Not even a practice mode.
that's a problem.
Like no practice mode, no command list for your character. I know it was like one of the first 3D fighters, but
Yeah, but
you
man, like at least they had command lists. At least some
yeah.
of them, most of them.
I like how that Tekken 7 picture doesn't even like show
I
up in
know
the
that's weird, right?
yeah. That's kind of a bummer, but oh well.
Tekken 4 is almost having the same issue. There's no T.
Yeah. It's Tekken 4.
Tekken 4.
The best fighting game ever, Tekken 4.
Alright.
But yeah, Tekken's... I like it for starting the series, but like other than that, it definitely hasn't aged well.
Yeah. Yeah, spoiler alert, this is the worst Tekken in the series for me. It's not great. It's really not that great.
I like the like ending music, like the music that like plays at the end of every.
Yeah, for the endings I like that. But nothing else. Alright. Tekken 2.
I'd also like some of the outfits in the first Tekken, but yeah. Because some of them were eating. But anyway, yeah. Tekken 2.
I say it's meh.
I'm nostalgia biased. I put it in really good.
Then we will put it in okay.
Yeah.
So, Tekken 2, definitely surpasses the sequel. Just not too much, though, because I still think it does have some jank in it. And the devil fight is not as hard, but it can be a tough thing sometimes to deal with that laser that he has when you're trying to get close to him.
But like for the most part, he's not that bad. It's not like
no, he's definitely easier than Heihachi Tekken 1. Guaranteed. And the endings are better.
Oh.
More characters, more stages, and all that. Like it's good. I mean, it has that good factor for it.
So I say I'm nostalgia biased. This is pretty much the first Tekken game I ever owned for myself. And I know I told you this before when we did the game tier list with Noah. Like, we did our own version of this list with Noah, like, last year. But,
we have.
Like, I had a friend, well, I still have a friend, but I just haven't seen him in years. But I had a friend who, he meant to give me Tekken 3, but instead he gave me Tekken 2. Like, he gave me Tekken 2 and a Tekken 3 case, which I'm fine with. I didn't really care. It's like, oh, it's whatever. I'll play Tekken 2, and it just made me really enjoy Tekken 2. Like, if he meant to give me, if he actually got me Tekken 3 like he meant to, then I probably
you would have had much more fun.
Well, no, I would say I'd be singing Tekken 3's praise. Now I'd be like, huge nostalgia for Tekken 3, and would probably not hold Tekken 2 in as high regard as I do. But I do really enjoy Tekken 2. It's like everything that a sequel should do. It takes what worked in the original and definitely improved upon it. I love the artwork and the stages. I'm a sucker for all the artwork in the old school Tekken games, like everything from like the PS1 Tekken games. And the character models definitely look a lot better. They're not as blocky.
True.
There's a lot of fun little Easter eggs you can do with the game, like big head mode and wireframe mode. And I love this game's soundtrack. This is like my
favorite is Kazuya's theme.
Excuse me?
My favorite's Kazuya's theme or Devil's theme.
Oh yes, I love that theme. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, it's in my top 3 of Tekken soundtracks. Might even be my number 1 on certain days. I listen to Tekken 2 music every so often because it's so good. Like you say, Kazuya's theme. I also love Jun's theme and Yoshimitsu, Heihachi, or the arcade version of Heihachi's theme, because they got the arranged version and then they got the arcade version. Like Paul's theme and King's theme. This is so much good music in Tekken 2. And the endings are a big improvement. They're not all stock music, and the animation's a lot better, and some like really good ones like Kazuya's and Heihachi's. I still have fun with it even to this day. I go back and play it every so often, and I still have fun with it. I mean,
Good.
yeah, it's aged, but it's definitely aged a lot better than Tekken 1 has.
Yeah, I agreed. That's why it's up there
Yeah.
as it is.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of better Tekken games came before afterwards.
Actually, I think it'd be. Oh yeah, and not to mention it added a bunch of it added like a bunch of modes that would like become series staples for a while. Like it had team battle and time attack and survival. We finally got a practice mode.
Practice. I can't do it like he can, but
Practice.
yeah, and that team mode pretty much became so popular apparently that Namco decided to make tag tournament years later.
I love team battle mode. It's like my favorite offline mode. That's not the campaign modes like arcade mode and whatnot.
I would agree.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I like that this is the first Tekken game that has, like, once you, like, unlock all the characters, you get, like, a new title screen. You remember, like...
I think so, yeah. I just never, like, beat the get fully, like, with every character, though.
No, I think it's just, you just unlock all the characters.
Oh, just unlocking them, okay. I thought you said...
Yeah, because I think that's how it is with them. Because they do that in 4 and 5 as well. Like, you know, it's like a blank background in Tekken 4, but when you unlock all the characters, like Jin's face appears on the screen.
Yeah.
And then Tekken 5 has Heihachi's face when you unlock all the characters.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm. And one more thing that I can think of, unless I think of something else. I love the opening sequence to this game. It's one of my favorites in the series. It's a great song, Black Winter Night Sky, I believe it's called. Great music. It's a good montage of pretty much every character in the game. You get like the 10 starting characters, and then like a montage of all the secret characters at the end. You got Kazuya doing the Columbia Pictures looking thing with Angel at the end. I always thought that looked like the Columbia Pictures logo. Anyway.
I see.
We got Heihachi climbing the cliff. And that music is just so good. I listen to it every now and again. Yeah, so I have a soft spot for Tekken 2. I know you don't hold it in this high regard, but we at least both agree it's...
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's fine, because there's a lot of the Tekken games we can agree on that are very nice, very good, and all that. Mm-hmm. And this is one of them, Tekken 3. Where are we putting this bad boy?
I'm going really good.
I say incredible, but we can go really good. We can do your turn this time. This game revolutionized how fighting games are. It was very, very huge during the time, and it's still talked about to this day. Like, the gameplay is so much more fluid, and the new characters are great. Soundtrack's amazing. The endings are even better than ever. I love like the new faces they have in there. Like I said, like Brian and Harang, and we did get Xiaoyu, yes, but without the exception of her, the list is very amazing. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also Tiger.
Oh, Tiger. Well, this is Tiger. He's just there.
Yeah. Tiny don't like you. That's a different Tiger.
That's an infinitely better Tiny. I mean, better than Tiger, that is.
Yep.
But yeah, the final boss Ogre, I think is very good final boss, without the exception of True Ogre, that is. There's a lot of good things to say about this. I can't think of anything bad about it, except that I think there's better Tekken games than that. That's it.
I'd probably put it in Incredible if I had more time with it. It's like one of the Tekken games I played the least because I never owned it for myself for the longest time. Although I definitely playing it on the arcade history mode in Tekken 5 was a lot of fun. That was the one I probably played the most. Well, I also played Tekken 2 a lot, even though I still had Tekken 2. I don't think the opening sequence or the soundtrack is as good as 2's, but everything else with Tekken 3 is pretty much better than 2, even though I still have...
definitely. Oh, it has Tekken Bowl and volleyball.
Yeah, pretty much it like brings back all the stuff from Tekken 2 plus Tekken Force and Tekken Ball. Got its own theater mode now, and yeah, like you said, it has like a strong set of newcomers, Brian, Huarong, not Yoshimitsu, he's the
no. Brian, Yoshimitsu, Xiaoyu, Tiger, Anna. Anna, my girl.
Anna was in Tekken.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that she's in that game.
Yeah, she's been in every game.
I just remember her mostly from Tekken 3.
Yeah, because that's when she had that.
Yeah.
Oh, baby,
yeah.
You sound nice.
Pretty much.
I was listening to that earlier. I was good. Because Frank was like kind of sipping over Anna. Like,
I know it happened today. Oh. That's hilarious. They called me a man of culture, which I appreciate.
But yeah, I mean, technically speaking, I should have 3 higher than 2, like on my personal list. But because I just have so much nostalgia for 2, I tend to like play it more than 3. But I still love 3. This is definitely when Tekken really found its footing in terms of
that's when everyone knew about Tekken. That's when everyone got into it.
And it's one of the best-selling fighting games too.
One of the
best-selling Tekken games.
I think this or 7 is the most sold Tekken game.
I'm pretty sure 7 outsold it because 7's got like 9 million copies at this point.
Oh yeah, then probably yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember how much 3 sold, but
definitely more than any other one.
Hmm?
Definitely more than any other Tekken game.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I mean, Ogre's fine. I guess I probably like his.
Oh, we have Jin as a new character also. That's right. I'm an idiot.
Oh yes, Jin. Of course, Jin.
We got another amazing protagonist.
The game that gave us Jin Kazama, who's going to be our main, or is pretty much our main boy for like almost the entire series, except for maybe 7 and arguably 6.
Yeah.
Well, definitely not 7 because 7 is mostly asleep. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I do like 2's soundtrack more than 3's, honestly. And when it comes to 3, I like to listen to the arcade music more than the arranged music. I just think it sounds better. Like.
Okay.
Like the arranged version of 3's soundtrack just sounds kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but I just think I like the arcade one better because I do think 3 still has some like really good songs, like the character select screen and Jin's theme and Ogre's theme.
True that.
Yeah, I definitely listen to Jin's theme every now and again.
Yeah, it's a rocker. It's a hell of a rocker.
But yeah, 3 is
fantastic.
3 is definitely excellent, and it's like objectively the best of the PS1
It's fantastic.
Games.
Yep, absolutely. It'll keep going through the test in time. No competition on that.
Yeah, I should probably play it again. Actually, I do have my own copy of it. I got one.
Yep, of course I still have my own copy. I just gotta get my PS2 to work on the HDMI.
I actually have a copy of it. Well, never mind. I was gonna say I have a copy of like on this.
I could
on this,
get it for parts, and I could get it for RetroArch, but that's gonna be a hassle to get everyone again.
Yeah. Well, except for I mean, we'll get to everything else. Yeah. But 3's great.
3 is fantastic.
3.
Always will play that. All right, Tekken Tag 1. Tekken Tag Tournament. Tekken Tag
Really
Tournament.
good, teetering on incredible.
I put it on incredible, but...
Alright, well, but you better do it.
Well, what do you put it on? We gotta balance it out.
What? I'm nostalgic too. You can put it on incredible.
All right, then. So they decided to go for the 2v2 route, and it worked excellent. No pun intended, I swear. Like, the soundtrack is got even better than before. The character roster is the biggest it's ever been. You got returning cast that missed out on Tekken 3. Someone even from Tekken 2. And we got new cast. And you can do any random teams you want.
People. And the only new people are like Tetsujin and Unknown.
Yeah, well, it's still something.
Yeah.
Even though they're not important, it's still like they're there. Yeah, you can team up with Jin and like freaking Roger. You can team up with Kazuya and Kuma, Heihachi and Angel.
Yeah.
Like, it was nuts.
Yeah. I definitely have a lot of nostalgia for this game as well. This was the second Tekken game I owned for myself. It's I remember like sinking hours into it back when I had it on my PS2. I kept playing it until it unfortunately stopped working. This was like the one Tekken game that stopped working for me.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it is a bummer. But I did eventually get the HD version on the PS3. And that one's like that one's really good too. It looks really good and still plays the same. It's a bit weird that they took out the one-on-one modes in that version, but I mean, I guess they just wanted to stick to the tag formula.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, plays well. Looks really good for its time, and definitely looks good in HD. Great soundtrack. Love the piano and the opening. One of my favorite openings.
That too. That was really good.
Yeah. Very nice indeed. Definitely kept. And it was the start of the PS2 era of Tekken, which is the greatest era of Tekken.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, like,
of
course it came out.
Yeah, Tekken Ball was in this too, right?
Tekken Ball was in this too.
Yeah. And I think I had more fun in that one.
Yeah. Well, Tekken Bowl is Tekken Tag. Tekken Ball is Tekken 3. Tekken 3 is like the volleyball game. Tekken Tag is actual bowling.
Oh, okay. I thought they had both. Tekken 3. Alright, it's been a while then. I checked it out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Tekken Tag Tournament is. I have so much fun with it, and again, soundtrack's amazing. We just said. Final battle is unknown, which can be a little annoying, but hardly that big of a deal. Just have to like beat him more than usual.
It's just the regenerating health.
Yeah, generating health to actually take down like the blue bar isn't enough.
Yeah.
The cutscenes, they're not cinematic except unknowns, but they are still enjoyable to look at.
Yeah.
They're still better than Tekken 7's, and they're like even shorter.
That's for sure. Mm-hmm. But at least it's some kind of ending anyway.
Right.
Pretty much. Yes, Tekken Tag, a nostalgic success.
Yep.
And I would argue is actually better than Tag 2.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. Without question.
But we'll get to Tag 2 when we get to Tag 2.
Yep. Yeah, spoil on that. All right, Tekken 4.
Whoop whoop! Incredible.
Incredible, yes.
Yep.
Both on agreement on that one. Best story,
Mm-hmm.
best music.
Best stages.
Yep, best stages. And I understand.
So,
It's just competitively, it's a really bad game. It really is. But I don't play this game competitively, so I don't give a flying fuck.
heck no. Heck no, I don't play competitively.
That's why it didn't sell well. That's why they call it like AKA the black sheep of the game. Well, I say it's the hidden gem.
Yeah.
This is
I don't think this game gets as much hate as it used to.
no, that it doesn't. But they still like have they still think the other titles are better. But
Yeah.
fine, you can have your Tekken 2, you can have your Tekken Tag 2 or 6, whatever. I don't care. And 7, I can go on board with that. But 4 is just it's arguably my favorite Tekken game, just because of these
Actually, from
reasons.
what I heard, I don't think 6 and Tag 2 sold as well either.
Yeah, there's a reason for 6 though. But back to 4 though. Like I can't believe how amazing almost everything is. Like the soundtrack, the stages, the announcer even is probably my favorite one, and the story is just incredible for each character, no matter who it is. Even Xiaoyu's story I find like I'm so engaged because of the guy talking.
Yeah.
Like it's you just get so engaged with it.
This is the complete opposite of the Tekken 7 narrator and everywhere.
And the ending's better than ever.
Yep, indeed. I'd argue this has like the best amount of great endings in any Tekken game. Like when we did the rate the endings for like every game, I think this was the Tekken game I gave the most 10 out of 10s for.
Right.
Because we got Kings with great storytelling with no dialogue.
Yeah, it doesn't have to talk, and you can tell what's going on.
Doesn't have to talk, and it's doing a great story. Paul has his best ending here. Ain't his style, ain't my style.
That's the only time we get a serious Paul ending.
Mm-hmm. Law's got a really great ending too, really funny.
Yeah, I love Laws.
I even love Julia's ending.
Julia's this is the best Julia ending. One of the best law endings, either that or 5. Paul's is the best one. Best Paul ending. Kazuya has the best ending. Well, one of them at least. Same with Jin. Heihachi, I guess. No, well, Heihachi's not. This isn't the best Heihachi thing, but he gets his way at the end in a nice way.
Yep.
And we got characters like Marduk, Steve, we got Christy, and we have Combat. Who is the better Mokujin? And we got Lee as Violet, but they're the same character. But I thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, we need stages like Tekken 4 and
Yes.
Tekken again. Like
Exactly.
they're like huge and they're so interactive.
But that's why competitive players hated that, because like it was so goddamn busted. It was so broken. Like you can do like infinites on a wall. It's crazy. I think what Namco was trying to do is try to make it more realistic, like try to make it in real life environment with the stuff that they did. Yeah, but I'm fine with that. That's what they should go for.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're literally fighting in the streets and like mobs and like arenas, and that's what you should go for.
Yeah.
And they've done that.
Yeah, I love that sense of realism that this game has. It's like all like real world. It's all like real world locations, pretty much, or like maybe not real world locations, but like kind of like the stereotypical locations that you normally go to. The beach and the airport and the mall. And I love the soundtrack for how much it fits, like with every stage.
It does.
The beach one fits very well. The airport one fits very well.
They all fit very well. There's not a single bad soundtrack in that game.
Parking area.
Parking area is
dojo.
a fucking beast.
Mm-hmm.
Airport is absolute baller. And Homaru is like like one of the best like serious musics in any fighting game. With the best fight, my favorite fight, which is Jin Kazuya.
Yeah. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, the statue stage too. It has like the old arcade music from Tekken 1 and 2.
That's what you get for when you beat it with Steve. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We did a Tekken game like this again, just like
absolutely
all these in-depth stories, these interactive huge stages. Like it's also probably the darkest in the series too.
It has the best Tekken character It has the best character selection in the game too.
It is
in the
pretty
series.
dang good looking.
No, not looking. Yeah, I'm saying the music for it.
Well, yeah, that's a good one. Mm.
Yeah, like, wow. I wish people would love
Fish
Tournament 4. Man, I really wish people would love this game more. They need to give it a chance again.
Indeed. Still love it to this day.
Yep. Always will play it. And no one will tell me otherwise. Here's another contender of the best Tekken game, Tekken 5. Incredible. Yes. Again, they went above and beyond. Tekken 5, an amazing game, amazing story, amazing soundtrack. New characters that we kind of that we cared about back then. With the Sven, Raven, and Asuka. And returning characters that haven't made in 4, like Anna and Bruce and
Jack and
Wang.
Ryu.
And the endings were, again, amazing as always.
Yep.
Just as good, actually, if not better.
Best
Heihachi ending ever. Probably one of the best endings, like, in general.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the best.
Indeed. This game also has the best opening sequence of any Tekken game.
Yes,
best opening sequence
absolutely. Oh my god, I could, like, cry when I first saw her, like, seeing that. It was beautiful. One of the best openings to any game I've ever seen.
This game was basically my Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Like, it was, because I told you this when we did the character tier list, but I had, like, the Tekken Zaibatsu website where I, like, kept going there to, like, check on Tekken 5, like, see who all would get added and everything.
Right.
Like, all new images, stuff, to see it just keep growing and everything. Then it finally came out, and I was like, whoa! I got it for my 10th birthday. Best birthday gifts ever.
That's good.
It was so good.
Yeah, even though 4 made me start loving Tekken 4, 5 just increased it more than ever. Just everything about it. The one thing I really loved about that game is the interludes. If you don't know what that is,
yes.
Like if you get to stage 4, you get a cutscene, and then you beat the opponent on that. You get another cutscene, and then stage 8, you get yet another cutscene, and then you get another cutscene after that when you beat him, and you get Jinpachi. And then you get the ending. That's what the next Tekken game should do. That's how it got sold so well.
Mm-hmm. I'd argue that Tekken 4 has like better stories for the characters, but Tekken 5 still has.
Oh, it's so super strong still. Like it's very close.
Yeah, it's still very good.
It's still right up there. I don't know. I always have a tug of war between 4 and 5 of my favorite.
Same.
It's so hard to deal with.
Because 5 might have at least better gameplay.
Yes, it does.
And and it definitely has. I think it has better content than 4 because
It
got like
does. It actually does.
got
Yeah.
the double within mode. It's got
And you can play the other Tekken games too. You can play 1, 2, 3.
yes, you can play 1, 2, and 3.
And yeah, there's a special mode, Devil Within, with Jen. You do
which
like
I
this
actually really
3D.
like. That doesn't
That
get
game's
enough,
hard.
but I actually like it.
It plays alright, but it's hard as fuck.
Yeah, it's tricky, but it's still fun.
I mean, it's better than Nina's game.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, certainly. I've yet to
It's
play
miles
Death
better.
by Degrees, and I never will. I don't really
I
have a
played that
desire
shit when I was in the neighbor's house when I was like, what, 10, 11? I was like, I don't want to play this anymore.
to.
And as a kid, you just want to keep on playing that stuff, but it just... I knew as a kid, I just realized like something was not right about this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I adore Tekken 5 very much.
It started customization as well.
Oh yeah, customization started with this.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's kind of. I think it might be a bit meh in this.
Yeah, I'm
game, though.
not keen on
In
it.
hindsight, simply because
It got a lot better
they don't
in older games.
yeah,
In newer
yes,
games, that is.
in newer games. Simply because in Tekken 5 they don't give you a lot of gold. It's like a real grind to like get a lot of money to actually get enough money to buy what you want and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's a like you can play Devil Within and like get collectibles in Devil Within to get some of the customization items for free. But then there's like a bunch of other cost a lot of money and you still have to grind a lot. Like I think they definitely got better in later Tekken games where they gave you a lot more money, so you didn't have to like grind as much, and there's a lot more options and stuff to work with. But it's nice for them to include it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little prototype for what was to continue in later games.
Right. This is amazing. I love Tekken 5.
Mm-hmm. We have all 3 PS2 Tekken games in the S2.
Yeah, PS2 games were the best era for Tekken.
Indeed.
Easily. And
Yep,
we will
yep.
always play that together.
Huge amount of nostalgia, huge amount of fun.
Yep. Alright, Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, which came for the PSP.
Or PS3.
Oh yeah, it
like
did
a
came out to
PS3.
PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's right.
I want to say really good.
I'm thinking of really good.
Yeah, we'll put in really good.
It's
guess.
basically Tekken 5, just like more stuff in it. But
Yeah,
it does feel a little off, but it's not hardly that big of a deal.
I
They brought back
played
Armor
the
King
PS2.
though, so that's a huge plus for me.
Yeah, I played the PS3 version, which doesn't have a lot of content to it. Definitely a lot less than like vanilla Tekken 5, but it does still like play really well. It looks really good. Like I think it's one of like the best looking Tekken game. I'd argue this game actually looks better than Tekken 6.
Oh, no, I would agree with you on that.
Yeah, because it looks more clean and it's like more colorful.
And it has good story.
Well, I mean, sure. I mean, PS3 version doesn't really have a story. Like they just have the standard arcade mode. I'm just talking about the PS3 version that I played, and yeah, there's not as much content as 5, but it still plays the same as 5. You got new moves and looks very nice and plays really well. And yeah, you got the new characters, Lily and Dragunov, and bringing back Armor King. And on PS3, Jinpachi is playable, which is...
Oh, I forgot about Jinpachi. We forgot to talk about Jinpachi. Yeah, probably the best boss besides Hiachi.
Yeah.
I really love his lore, and
but he was highly memorable. He was like hard, but like a highly memorable kind of way. I mean, he does frustrate me sometimes, but
Yeah,
I
I
can
definitely get my rage on him because like he's can be very tough to fight because of the fireball.
yeah, he can. But I definitely think he has the best story. And
Yeah,
he has like the best
absolutely.
design
Out
out
of
of
all the
all the
bosses, Ogre, out
all the
of
Tekken.
Azazel,
Yeah.
over Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish he's more in the games more often, but I guess they're finished with that.
He's
I mean,
kind
he
of a
did. He
one-time
went back to
deal, but I'm
Tag
pretty
Two,
sure
yeah.
he got it at the end of Tekken 5. So yeah, like
He did. At
Jin
least he
killed
had.
him
At
for
least he had his moment. At least he had a
yeah.
spotlight, and it was very nice.
I definitely remember getting excited about him when I learned he was gonna be in the game. It's like, ooh, another Mishima. That sounds cool. And then I saw his like mutated monster form, and I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, he's possessed by the devil gene.
Never had something like this in Tekken before. It's like a got a mouth on his belly and everything.
Yeah, that part I don't know about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's the devil. I mean, they say it's the devil in the game, but I think they retcon it later
Devil
to
in
be
the
like
what?
a different. Huh?
Devil in the what?
They say it's like the devil in Tekken 5 that Heihachi, not Heihachi, Jinpachi is possessed by. But I believe I'm pretty sure they like retconned it later so that Jinpachi was like possessed by a different kind of demon, and it's not the devil G. It actually comes from Kazumi instead.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Because Jinpachi does call it this thing. Like he never refers to it as the devil gene.
Right.
He always calls it like this thing.
Yeah, but we clearly know it's from the devil gene.
I mean, yeah,
it's basically from that. It's just from the actual source.
Yeah. I mean, they also said that Azazel was like the true source of the devil gene, but look where that went.
All right.
But Jinpachi's cool.
It is. I like it. Next one, because I only played the PSP version, so that really threw me off that there's a PS3 version that I forgot about.
The PSP version actually has online, which
obviously
isn't exactly the best because it gets kind of laggy.
Oh, I can tell. I know. Trust me, online gaming did not do well.
Yeah,
it definitely evolved during nowadays, because now rollback netcode and crossplay exists.
Yeah. I don't think there's been rollback for a Tekken game yet, though.
No, it hasn't, and that bothers me. They should do something about that.
I personally don't care.
If they can do that for fighters, they can do that for Tekken.
Huh?
If they can do that for Dragon Ball Fighters, they can do that for Tekken also.
Yeah.
And that game's older than Fighters is.
That is true. It is older than Fighters.
All right.
Nope.
Next.
But it's probably more likely that they'll put it in now since they have Tekken 7 sold so well that they'll probably.
Yeah, because it's like the best game competitively.
Mm-hmm.
And rightfully so. And we'll get to that when we get to that, though.
Yeah.
Next one, we have Tekken 6.
I put it in really good, but I know you don't.
I say meh, but I say meh on that one. But if you put really good, we're gonna put it in okay.
That's fair.
It's forgettable. Very forgettable. Mixed feelings, maybe a little less than that. But it has its endings, and they're very good. They're always enjoyable to watch. I think the story could have been way better, but it wasn't. You barely get any actual fights. You mostly get these I don't know about side scrolling, but third person beat 'em up. I would say
it's like Tekken Force.
Yeah, it's a downgrade Tekken Force though. And you have the absolute worst boss in the fucking series, worst character in the entire series.
On the character list.
It disgusts me to this day. We already talked about this last video, but you understand the hatred that I have for Azazel. Should not
the
belong.
giant purple chicken that nobody wanted.
There's some good exceptional musics. They're not as memorable as the ones that we mentioned, but I do really enjoy the Arctic Snowfall one and the one with the sheeps, the yodeling one.
You're thinking about cheap the snow.
What?
Because Arctic Snowfall is at Tekken 7.
Yeah, like it's that Snowfall like, one, yeah, that snowy place.
Manji Valley is what it's
Manji Valley, okay, so that's a Yoshimitsu stage. So yeah, that and the yodeling one is my favorite ones.
Yeah, the yodeling one is great. I also love the Gargoyle's Perch. That's a Jin's.
Yeah, that's stage. Where you fight Jin, in like the semi-final stage.
Mm-hmm. And even though we hate Azazel, he has a good theme song.
He does. Good and stage. We already said that already, that he does. And stage is good too.
Storm as well. That's another one of my favorite songs.
That's the stage's music, not his.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to shut down the stage music because that's too good for him. But really, like nothing else. We already have new characters, like some that I really liked and some that I didn't. It's a mixed bag also.
So,
not really else to say.
Huh?
Nothing really much else to say about it.
Oh, well.
That's about it for me.
So, for me, Tekken 6, I mean, I will at least agree with you that I think it is the first Tekken game that kind of takes a step back because this game pretty much made me take a break from Tekken in general. But up to this point, I thought Tekken was like a series that would get better with every game, and like Tekken 6 was like the first one that just kind of went downstairs a bit. They kept going upstairs, and they took a few steps down the stairs. Mm-hmm. But I still really enjoy Tekken 6. Like we were talking about, I think it has a really good soundtrack. Not as good as the PS2 games, but still some bangers in there. I like how big the roster is. It's like probably the biggest roster for a Tekken game. Maybe 7. I think 7 might be a bit bigger, and Tag 2 is definitely bigger. Tag 2 is probably the biggest roster in the whole series.
Tekken Tag 2 holds the biggest roster in the whole series.
I think Tekken 6 has the best customization in any of the games.
I'd say 7, but yeah.
I mean, well,
it's
7's still really good, but 6 has like more unique stuff for like every character. Helps them stand out. Like you can make you can give Jin like a Tekken Force outfit, and you can give Kazuya that military outfit he has, and Bob can be in that superhero outfit, and Jack's got like a cyborg outfit. Devil Jin has like a beast form and the demon form and stuff. It's
turned to beast form. So Devil Jin turned to beast form earlier than Gohan did.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And
so Aki Toriyama stole Harada's idea.
Yeah. The scenario campaign's kind of alright. Like I don't think it's bad. So alright. And at the very least, with this story, at least like every character is still involved in the story. There's a stage where every character has like their own stage. They're like the boss at the end of the stage, and you fight them. So they're at least involved in the story to a degree. Like some of them don't show up until like the end as like a bonus stage, but like for the most part, every character has a role to play in the story, no matter how like big or small it is. Which is more than can be said for Tekken 7, but yeah, we'll get to that. And what was I going to say? I think also with the scenario campaign, it definitely works in terms of like customizing, because even though even though when you customize, you like increase stats in this game. Like at least for a scenario campaign, where you do stuff like you can do like fire attacks, or you increase your attack power, increase your health, increase your defense.
Wow, that's busted.
Yeah. Well, it's only for scenario game. It's not for
Okay. As long as it's not for actual play.
Huh?
As long as it's the actual gameplay where people are allowed to do that.
Yeah, it's not an actual. If that was an actual gameplay, that'd be too much. Then I'd probably
Way too much.
Mm-hmm. Way too much indeed. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like you may end up like creating a because of the way the customization works, like you get items for free in scenario campaign, or it's possible for you to get items for free in scenario campaign. Sure, at the end of when you're all done with that, it may look like when you're all like done customizing there, it may look like the character's closet like threw up on them, but it's still fun to customize them anyway, and like have all the different stats and stuff. And the scenario campaign even has like a co-op mode where you can play 10 co-op stages online with another player, and I think it's really cool because like whenever you get items, it counts for both you and your friend. Because if your partner plays like Leo and you play Kazuya, then when you clear the stage, or when like the stage ends, whether you clear it or fail it, you'll get all the items for both characters. Like you'll get all the items for Kazuya and all the items for Leo. So it's very convenient. Really, really helpful with as far as like customization goes, and that's one of the reasons why I think Tekken 6 has like the best customization, because of how it works and all like the different options you have there. And yeah, I do think the story is a downgrade from the PS2 games and how it's told, and the character models aren't the best for this game.
No.
I think they're a bit too. Huh?
Tekken 5 was better.
Yeah, I do agree that Tekken 5 had better character models, because Tekken 6 is like too overly detailed, I think, with its character models, and they kind of get like the uncanny valley territory. Like if you look at Paul's face in the game, it looks like really uncanny. Like it's like night and day with Paul's face between his face in 6 and then his face in 5. He looks a lot better in 6 and I almost said 6. He looks a lot better in 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still really enjoy 6. It has like a ton of options too. There's a lot of content in it. It's got like a lot of offline modes.
Yeah, it does.
And it plays online. Plays better online than Dark Resurrection.
Yeah, but that's not saying a lot.
Yeah, probably not.
I tried online. It's not fun.
And also, the game's load times are pretty bad.
Yeah, it was. Oh god, I remember that.
It was especially bad when you first got there.
That's like B to A tier loading time.
They've improved a lot since like the game first came out. But when it first came out, the loading times were atrocious.
Yeah, I definitely remember that because I bought it on the first few days.
Yeah.
On Xbox 360.
Yeah. So
rough.
It's fine. You're not that big a fan of it, but I still really like Tekken 6, even though I do enjoy PS2 Tekken more.
Yeah, way more fun. It's like it's a bit rich, but all right. Okay, so Tekken 3D Prime Edition. I've never played this.
I've never played it either.
Yep. So we have no opinion on that.
It's basically a watered down handheld Tekken 6.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way.
With like touchpad controls for beginners.
Oh, geez, I'm glad I didn't use that then. I haven't seen that then.
Well, it's like Street Fighter. It's like a excuse me. It's like a Super Street Fighter 4 when that was on the 3DS, and you could like set the
yeah, but that was really fun.
Yeah, but like you could set the there are like 4 buttons on the touchpad that you could like set.
Oh, and you can
certain
put like
commands
your own
to.
moveset on that?
Yeah, and you can do it on Tekken as well.
Wow.
On Tekken 3D as well.
Okay.
Oh, and you can also watch Tekken Blood Vengeance on the 3DS with that game.
That's
Which
funny.
I don't know why you'd want to watch it on a 3DS, but
yeah, really. Unless you're really desperate.
I wouldn't actually mind giving it a try now in hindsight. I mean, just to say that
Yeah,
I played
same.
it. Like,
now that you're describing it.
Huh?
No, yeah, neither. I wouldn't mind trying it either. Now that from what you're describing it, I forgot this was a 3DS game, and I do remember there was a 3DS game for Tekken. I just forgot what it was called.
I did see it in stores at the time, but I decided against getting it because I didn't know if it would appeal to me for very long, you know, because it was like a Tekken game on 3DS and it just seemed kind of off. But like now that I'm thinking about it, I actually wouldn't mind if I could try it someday, if only for like a little bit, just to say that I played it and like see how it plays. But it has a young Heihachi in it, which is like I definitely prefer old Heihachi.
That's fine.
It's got like his design from Tekken 2. But yeah, that's all that really needs to be said about Tekken 3D. We haven't actually played it.
Nope.
So we can't really rank
too
it.
much. Alright, Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Where's that going?
Perhaps in the okay.
I agree. I agree with you. Definitely not as memorable and not as flashy as Tekken 1 was. Music's fine though. I really like this.
I do think it looks better than Tekken 6.
Yeah, it does. Granted, and it's better than Tekken 6 in my opinion. Because like it's good. I don't remember much of the music, but they had really great endings.
Music's kind of unmemorable to me. With a few exceptions, but there's like for the most part, I don't really care for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Tekken 2.
Yeah, but it does have it does have things going for it. Like again, the endings are really good. It's the biggest roster out of all the Tekken games, as we mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Characters we thought we never would see again are coming back, like Jinpachi and
Dr. Paskanovich.
For some reason. Tiger.
For some reason, we have Lily's butler Sebastian as a playable.
Yeah. Oh god.
And the skinny Bob is.
I don't know why.
They brought back Kunimitsu.
Yeah, Kunimitsu's back. It's really good. And Snoop Dogg has his own stage, which is really nice. It's my favorite one, probably. I'm knocking dead.
I knock him down.
Or knock him down. I always thought it was knock him dead.
Run it, homie. Something like that.
That was really good, though.
He's better at it than we are.
Yep. Yeah, like, probably my favorite parts of Tekken Tag Tournament was, like, of course, the endings. Particularly, I would say, like, King Mardox and Armor Kings and JCs.
I do like with Tekken Tag 2 with the endings, they try a lot of different art styles.
Yeah, they have.
You got like the comic book style with the Bob endings, and it's like kind of like grimy art kind of thing with combat and like ogre, like motion.
That was creepy stuff.
Old school art with the ogre, and then you got like the paper puppet
with Forest Law.
With Forest Law, yeah. It's really.
It looked really weird, but it was like something you can go behind.
Yeah, I definitely do like a lot of the endings in Tag 2. They're a step up from Tekken 6's endings.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think it's as memorable as Tag 1.
Definitely not.
It doesn't have as good a soundtrack, and I don't know what else to say about it. I think it does have a training mode, actually, like a little tutorial mode with the fight lab with Lee and Combat. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah. Like the relationship.
I just
Go back to 4.
I just thought of something actually. For like Tekken 8, we could do that, like for, not we, they could do for like a tutorial, they could do like a flashback of like June training Jin or something.
That would be
Like,
neat.
Yeah.
Like a bloodline sort of thing.
Huh?
They could have made it a bloodline before Bloodline did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Harada has said that some things from Bloodline might make it into a future Tekken game, so we'll see.
Yep.
I do like the menu screen as well.
I like the menu screen too.
The menu in Tekken Tag 2. Oh, this is also the first Tekken game where you can change the music. You can like change it to old Tekken soundtracks, or you can
that definitely was a plus there.
You can like put in music that's saved on your system, which is something that not even Tekken 7 can do.
Right? Like that's nuts.
Yeah, I remember I eventually did get the old Tekken soundtracks on Tekken Tag 2, and I put the airport music from Tekken 4 as the menu music for the game, and it fits so well.
Great. God, I want to test that out. Yeah, like Tekken 2. Tekken 2 is not bad. It's just no Tekken 1. Tekken 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just thought Tekken Tag 2 is good enough. Good enough game.
I definitely would go back to this over 6.
Fair enough.
Tekken Evolution. Never played
it's
it.
Actually Revolution. It just got
Revolution? Oh, okay. I never played it though. How about you?
I did play it, and I'll probably put it in meh. To possibly bad, but I guess meh. Well, bad.
Bad, yeah. I never played it, so it's all you.
Okay, so I'll say the positives first.
Okay.
This could be a good way to, like, if you're new to the series, this could be a good way to like get into it, because it's a pretty beginner friendly entry. Like, it's got like a lot of like the gameplay mechanics in it is pretty beginner friendly. It can help you get like used to the characters and stuff. And it plays like Tag 2, which plays pretty well. It plays like Tag 2 just without the tagging. It's like a one-on-one version of Tag 2, complete with like the same stages too. It's the same stages, but like besides that, it's just kind of mediocre. Like, because it's so beginner friendly. It also means it's like the way it works is you can like upgrade your character to have more health and more power and more like vigor. Like, vigor basically means there's more of a chance to get a critical hit on the opponent, so you do more damage. And then of course you got the endurance for more health and power for more attack power. So if you like find when you play online, if you find like an opponent who put like 200 into power, you basically already lost, because they just got to hit you once and you're KO'd. It's that kind of thing. Where like people who like hack the game to have like a ridiculous amount of health and power, so that they basically become a Dark Souls boss, and it's like,
well, that doesn't sound pleasant.
Huh?
I said that doesn't sound pleasant. I wouldn't want to fight a Dark Souls boss.
But and because of how the game works, it also means that you're gonna see a lot of Law in the game, because Law is one of those guys who's easy enough to use to where you can like spam the same moves, and they're like pretty safe. And this game was a free to play exclusive on the PS3. But because it was free to play, it did that thing where you could like only fight.
Oh wait, I read an article about that.
Huh?
At first, I thought it was a mobile game, but I just remembered reading an article years ago during that era where there's a Tekken game that's free to play, and it was this one.
Yeah, and I remember actually being excited for it because like, oh my goodness, a free to play Tekken game. This is going to be great. And then it was just like, I mean, it was fun. I did have some fun with it for a while, but I mean, I did see the problems with it, and I should actually mention when you play online in Tekken Tag 2 and Tekken Revolution, there's no way to beat your opponent's spike. So if you get like somebody who's just like, you suck, you're terrible, oh, this guy's terrible, there's no way to beat him, and you gotta like listen to like the 13-year-old kid just like bad mouthing you or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a DSP voice.
But
I love Trey God voice.
yeah,
But anyway, besides the point.
And because it's free to play, you only like fight for a limited amount of time, and then you like there's like 5 coins or something that you use to like have fights, and when you run out of them, it's like, oh, you gotta like pay with real money so you can like fight again, or else you gotta wait until tomorrow to fight again, something like that. It was silly, and the soundtrack was blah, except for the menu music, and arcade mode sucked because if you like completely lost a fight, it was game over.
Just once?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a downgrade. Oh, jeez.
And you only had a limited amount of tries to play.
A good game has continues.
Huh?
I said a good game has continues. Even a pretty bad game has continues.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's harsh.
Yeah, and also you can't. And if you were thinking about playing this, you can't actually do it anymore because right before Tekken 7 came out, they shut it down. So, yeah, this game is unplayable now, and it's probably for the best.
All right, last game, Tekken 7.
Oh, I'm so conflicted on this one.
I say really good, but totally up to you on what we decide.
5 put it in really good.
All right, fair enough. Hold on. Well, there's no game in here in the men's section, so I'm just gonna get this out of the way. There we go.
Well, it's really good, but it's teetering on okay because there's some things that like really disappoint you in Tekken 7, but there's also a lot of really good things on that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like this is the game that brought me back to Tekken, honestly, just because of how much more people are getting into it, and game looks better than ever did, and the move sets are fluid, the gameplay's fluid.
Tekken game until Tekken 8 came and be like, yeah, this is how a real Tekken game looks.
Yeah, this is how it feels. This is how it looks like.
Yeah. This is how you look. This is how you look when the PS5 is like, hey, come over here. Let me give you a hug.
Yeah.
Man.
But back to Tekken 7. It has the second biggest roster. It's very, very solid. They got a lot of characters. The first time showing guest characters that we remember most.
Besides Gone.
Yeah, besides Gone, yeah, but
yeah.
Who cares? We got Akuma, we got Geese, Negan, Noctis, and I think that's it. Right?
Yeah, I think Akuma, Noctis, Geese, and Negan. Which I'm kind of mixed about that because I'm usually completely fine with guest fighters in fighting games, like Soul Calibur and Combat. If they look forward to guest fighters in those games, but like Tekken's one of those. Tekken's probably like the only series where I'm just kind of like, guest fighters. I mean, I'd rather have like an original Tekken fighter come back over a guest fighter. Is all I'm saying. That's like the one. This is like the one series where it's like, nah. But it's cool that they're in. I mean, Akuma is still fun. Geese can still be fun. Negan's surprisingly really fun.
My favorite one's probably Geese.
Okay. Noctis is in the wrong game.
Yep. Absolutely in the wrong game.
Yeah.
But
it's a good roster otherwise.
Yep. The gameplay is extremely solid. It's it's very fun to watch too.
It could possibly be like the best gameplay in the whole series.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Because there's a lot of options on how you can play. You got the rage.
Yep.
Actually,
they introduced rage arts, which is a very welcome.
We forgot to mention this. Tekken 6 introduced rage, but Tekken 7 expanded upon it and gave us stuff like rage
they made
arts
it. Yeah, they made it better, and they made it worth something.
Yeah.
And I really hope they add that to 8.
And you got like those things like the power crushers, with like the moves with super armor.
Yep, that was a new thing. And you got that 6 slow mo.
There's a new version of like the bound mechanic from Tekken 6 where like you got like in Tekken 6 they introduced this thing where like the character can kind of like crumple up on the ground and it'd be a opportunity to continue a combo.
Yeah, like a crumble. Yeah, like it's a start of a combo.
But in
you can
Tekken
do.
7 it's a lot better, and it looks like they're doing that again for 8, which is really nice.
And yeah, it's very fun to play, and it's very fun to watch too. Like I saw this game on Evo this year, and it was great. I was very engaged about it.
Pretty much has a new design now, like a new outfit. This is the first Tekken game since Tekken 5 where everybody has a new outfit.
Yeah. Everyone's got a new look, pretty much. Most of the cast, anyway.
Some of them might not be so good, like Hwarong, but it's still really good.
Yeah, Hwarong's is a mess.
Everybody is. Yeah, Hwarong's a mess.
And
also Yoshimitsu's.
Yep, and the PS4 version has the jukebox, which I really should think that would have worked on all consoles, but oh well. I guess Sony has.
Yeah, that's a bummer, but I still love it, even though they're missing some tracks, which I think is because of copyright issues. But they're like missing Ground Zero from Tekken 5, and they're missing Yoshimitsu's theme from Tekken 2. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
But
so
it's still very.
I said enough. Oh, that's enough. Well, there is the negatives though. Very small single player content. Even story isn't enough.
Yes. Like
each side character only has one fight. That's it. And each side character has one fight. That's it. DLC characters don't get anything at all.
I don't like that at all. It should have been like at least maybe 3 or 4 fights.
Yeah, DLC doesn't get anything at all.
Yeah, no, nothing for the DLC. Yep. The only way you can learn about their stories is if you like look it up on the wiki.
And the story mode, the actual story mode is it's all right at best. Yeah, it's mixed bag.
Because you can play the opening from Tekken 5, which is awesome.
That is awesome, yeah, and the final battle with Kazuya and Heihachi was pretty good.
It's great.
It's pretty good.
And I do like the backstory between Heihachi and Kazumi, even though I think Kazumi's an idiot.
That was okay, but it wasn't like I wasn't too much engaged with it, except for that final scene where Heihachi has Kazumi
when
his clutches.
Kills her.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think Kazumi's an idiot for like being all
yes.
like, I married you so I could kill you.
Yep. Like, I just bided my time and whatnot, and then you're like, when he gets you in his clutches, like, please, I love you, you spare me. It's like, nah.
But like she basically set it up to where like Heihachi felt so betrayed that he becomes the man that he is in the series. Like he's the evil guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she was stupid. I also think that Akuma in the story was kind of a waste. It was an interesting idea.
Yeah, in ways, but all I know is that because he promised like Kazumi that he would get Kazuya or some shit, or Heihachi.
There's people who want him back in Tekken 8. I'm like,
No, don't bring him back.
Yeah,
And he's not coming back anyway. He was a one-time thing. Even if they want him back, he's not coming back. He's a one-time thing. Akuma's doing his own thing somewhere else now. He's probably going back to the Street Fighter universe.
Yeah. Well, actually, maybe actually getting the game sooner this time instead of waiting until like season 2.
Yeah.
What was I gonna? The final battle with Heihachi and Kazuya is great. I know you're not the biggest fan of it, but I actually really like Kazuya's new double form in that final fight. I think it looks really cool.
It's alright. I wanted to play Kazuya more, but you only get to play Heihachi.
Especially since he's the one who wins.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's the point of that?
Yeah. But it's fine. I mean, I guess they just thought that Devil Kazuya looked more like a final boss than,
Yeah, I know, I get that.
Ripped clothes, Heihachi, but... another bad thing about the story, that narrator is the worst.
Yeah. Oh, God, totally. Like a fucking journalist or some shit. Like, no thanks.
So monotone.
The main reason why it got so boring.
Yeah.
It's
the complete opposite of the Tekken 4 narrator.
Yeah, doesn't have
come on, be more enthusiastic, please. And I'd probably forgive it more if maybe they decide to bring that journalist character back for Tekken 8. Maybe they make him into a fighter or something. Maybe in hindsight I might forgive it a bit more. But I mean, the character himself, if he becomes a fighter in Tekken 8, I might actually appreciate him.
That'd be the most random thing in the entire series.
Huh?
That would be the most random thing in the entire series that they could possibly do.
Maybe not the most random thing, but I mean, if they don't make him a fighter in Tekken 8, I feel like him being in Tekken 7 would be pretty pointless. Or if they don't at least give him a bigger role, or at the very least not give him a monotone voice.
Yeah.
Actually have a voice next time that's...
It's a real shame that arcade mode is so limited. It's only 5 battles, and you get
arcade mode's only
4 special intros and endings for Heihachi. One special one for Heihachi and 2 special stuff. No, actually 3 for Kazumi.
Yeah, because you get the Akuma one too.
Yep.
Which I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I actually got Akuma's first time on camera.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you this. I'm pretty sure you get Akuma if you get a perfect.
Oh, is that what happened? Because I did get a perfect.
Yeah, because that's how it is for Akuma and Street Fighter games.
This might be controversial, but Akuma was a lot easier than Kazumi. Way easier.
Yeah, it might be.
And it shouldn't be.
Although I don't like that you can't skip his cutscenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what else? Okay, another thing that disappoints. Well, I already said the character episodes are disappointing too because a lot of them don't lead to anything.
Right.
It's just there for a joke and it's just one fight. There are a few good ones like Miguel's and Steve's and maybe even Shaheen's and Claudio's. That could lead to good story.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are there just to tell a joke and that's it. It's nothing to them otherwise.
Right. Uh-huh.
Or just do something that they've already done before, like Brian just destroys something again. The character episodes are largely pointless. And another thing I don't like that they took out the kanji symbols on the logo. You can see the logo there. It's just only has Tekken 7 there. It doesn't have symbols on the back. Those are such a iconic part of Tekken's logo, and it's not there.
Oh, you're talking about that one.
Huh?
I said I thought you were talking about the TM there, but yeah, I remember seeing that one too.
Yeah, but and Tekken 8 doesn't seem to have it right now. So I'm like, oh, come on, bring back the little symbols off the logo. That's part of like what makes Tekken Tekken. Oh, and also they replay a lot of the same animations too often. Treasure battle is nice for
getting money and cosmetics.
Items. Yeah, treasure battle is nice for getting cosmetics, but it also gets really repetitive because most of the time you just fight the same character.
Right. Yeah.
And there's no replays. Like at the end of a round, just go straight to round 2. I missed the replays.
But you get this 6 slow-mo thing going on, which is like the best,
awesome.
one of the best features of this game.
I've had some really good I've seen some really good slow-mo moments in this game. So praise for that. Like I do think the gameplay. This game definitely has great gameplay.
Yeah, it does.
Like probably the best.
I enjoy it a lot,
and it's probably the best looking Tekken game until Tekken 8. But but like everything else about it just kind of makes me go meh because it's just they completely took out a lot of the modes. They like took out a lot of the offline modes with team battle and survival and time attack. And yeah, there's online there. That's nice, but I've already said I'm not much of an online player in Tekken. There's a tournament mode which is neat, but and the customization is still really good. And you can even like customize your health bar now too, and you have like your profile background and stuff, and it's pretty neat. So yeah, I think this game has good customization, gameplay, and graphics, and good stages. But everything else is kind of mediocre compared to what we had before. Like Tekken 4 has a better story. Tekken 5 has better content.
Yep. It do that. That's why they're up there.
I would argue that like all the Tekken game. Well, I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna say better presentation, but I mean Tekken 7 does have some good presentation, just maybe not necessarily in its story. Just like we need Tekken 8 to be like Tekken 8 could be like soundtrack of Tekken 2, story of Tekken 4, content of Tekken 5.
Mm-hmm. It would be the perfect Tekken
game. Gameplay of Tekken 7. Like if we got all that,
yeah, that'd be absolutely nuts if they went that far. If they went crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to Tekken 8. I mean,
yeah, like as much fun as I have for Tekken 7, I really just want to play 8. I want to see what it's like.
Yeah, I may be like crapping a lot on Tekken 7, but I still really like it.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I don't think there is a.
It's certainly better than the games we have down here.
Yeah. Well.
Honestly, I think it's like at least top 5 for me. Like at the very bottom of it, like 5th best for me. That's just me.
But maybe like the bottom 5.
Still a solid game.
Well, not bottom 5, but you know.
Yeah. Middle card, and I understand. Like I would still always go back to this when I can, and I have been doing a lot lately. That's only because that's the only Tekken game I can really play, like with people, at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I don't have PS2 emulator on it. Every time I try and do it, it says I'm gonna get a virus, so it refuses to download for me.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
It really is, and yet Jeremy and Noah have a great time with it. Lucky fuck.
They do, damn. But at least we'll have Tekken 8 eventually. I thought I remember you saying you might get it on a different...
Yeah, I might actually get it for PS5. And actually buy a PS5.
I'm definitely going to get it on PS5. Of course, I need to get my own PS5 because I don't...
Especially as crossplay now, so that makes it easier.
Huh?
And it has crossplay now, so that'll be easier.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that, yeah. Does have crossplay. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do like my own PS5 before I get 8 probably because I'm still just borrowing a friend's right now. So us recording
Alright, well that's
soon.
Cool. Good friend.
But yeah, but I'm having a lot of fun with the PS5. Like I said, I definitely now that Tekken 8 is coming out, I definitely want to get PS5 because up until now, up until now, I've just been kind of like, nah, whatever. I'm not really. I don't have to get a PS5, especially because they're so hard to get anywhere. Because people just selling them online for like $1,200 or whatever. It's like, nah, whatever. But like Tekken 8's coming out on PS5, I'm like, I must get one now.
Well, I think that's gonna do it. That'll be it for Tekken games on tier list. So
it did not take us 4.5 hours. Woo!
Yeah, it took us. Wow, it took us like an hour and a half. Wow, that's a record there. That's actually a pretty solid time.
And a pretty even list we got here too. We got like 3 in almost every category except for like this turned out pretty well. Oh.
I'm even it out. I'm even it out.
Okay, there you go.
All right, there it is. There you go. Now it's all even. See, we got a list of games that we'll always play together. Always will. We got games that we'll definitely play each other, just not as much. We'll give a 50 or less chance on this one, and we will never touch these ever again.
I still love 6. I still love 2, 6, and Tag 2.
Okay. That's fine.
I mean,
like I said, 50-50.
Like that was because we rounded them out because they were like meh for you.
Yeah.
So we rounded them out. I put them like in. Really
well, I have Tekken 2 as Tekken Tag 2 is okay.
Yeah.
Like I definitely think it's the best one out of these two.
I have my hopes that Tekken 8 will be in the S2.
You know what? I'm gonna do this. Before we end this, I'm gonna just this is my order, like in general. Let's see this and right here. Just how you described it to me. Oh, actually, put this here.
Yeah.
This is my order. This is what I think. If we were ordering this, what about you?
Probably maybe 5 over 4, but just barely. Dark Wrestler out.
Yeah, I figured.
2 over. Yeah, and perhaps 6 over Tag 2.
Okay.
And I put 2 so high because of nostalgia.
Right. All right. We got that. That was all as if we were doing in order.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's gonna do it. So thank you guys for watching. Get ready for more vids to come, whenever that is. Eli, thank you very much again for joining me again.
You're welcome, sir. Here's to Tekken 8 being an S tier.
Yep.
It's already an S tier in graphics. We know that.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. But only time will tell.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what Tekken 8, what placement Tekken 8 will be. Yeah. Until then, see you guys next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Take care.